nowadays it's nothing new to hear about the heroics of a team of paramedics who risked their own lives to rescue others. But back in the early 1970s, paramedics were few and far between, and one television show brought their work to national attention, and in return it became one of the most popular series on television. The show was called Emergency, and it ran for 6 regular seasons. One season is special, and it is still in reruns today. Randy Mantooth played paramedic John Gage. Kevin Tighe was his partner, Ray DeSoto, and Bobby Troup was Dr. Joe Early, and Robert Fuller was Dr. Kelly Brackett. He's joining us from Los Angeles this morning. Good morning, Robert. I've got the rest of your troupe here, speaking of troupe.
I know you do. Hi, Joan. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. Did you guys always play pranks on each other? You just untied his shoelaces.
Some things never change.
Some things never change. Bobby, 7 years. What do you think it is about this show that made it?
It was just one of the great shows on television. No, it was really the happy show at Universal. I think they were shooting 22 shows at that time. And the crew, there was no petty jealousies among the guys, Randy, Kevin, Bob Fuller, Julie, or I. It was just a marvelous show. I don't think it was a particularly great show as far as television is.
I was always a big fan of the show. I thought it was a terrific show. Randy, what do you think about the idea that people always, tend to stop and watch an accident? I mean, and here we were watching you take care of accidents and things.
Well, I think that's what kind of made it catch on. The color red and the fire department. And there's nobody in the world that doesn't hear a fire truck or a siren of any kind. They stop, they watch it, and they kind of secretly say, golly, where are they going? Maybe I should be there. But I think what kept us on the air was the chemistry between everybody, and our producer, Bob Senator, who kind of captured that chemistry and used it.
Well, Kevin, you two were really partners. Let's take a look right now at a scene of Kevin and Randy in action.
Here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
Get a twitching here in both arms.
Yeah, same thing over here, too. Got it jammed here. There we go. Roy? Say no man.
All right, you had your head in your hands as you...
My hair? Well, I've never seen my hair so long. I didn't out of all the rescues. What does it pull out? They pull out we're rescuing some polar bear.
I don't even remember that.
You don't remember that one? Well, 7 years of scenes, you might not remember. What was it like working with this? I mean, did you guys crack each other up during this?
Oh, yeah.
You must have.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it was done, a lot of the rescues, because it was difficult to write them, pre-planned. So a lot of it was improvised. A lot of the dialogue and things would happen that, were totally off the cuff.
And we probably didn't know that was a woman in that polar bear outfit either.
Did they do things like that too?
No.
Oh. Well, now, while you two were out rescuing people, back at the hospital, Ramparts Hospital, right?
Yes.
Robert Fuller was there with Bobby and, of course, Julie London, saving lives. Watch this.
How are you feeling, Kel?
Oh, wonderful. Just wonderful. If I get me cleaned up and out of here.
We're going to a skull series.
Look, Joe, I don't...
Oh, you look. Forget you're a doctor for a while. You're just a patient now.
All right, now that time, Robert, you were the patient. A lot of times, though, people I heard say, this show is kind of almost a semi-documentary type of show. How much time was put into making sure everything was really accurate and real life?
We had a lot was put in, Joan. We had technical advisors on the set, 2 paramedics every day. Every time we did an operation, we had a doctor, Dr. Lewis from Harvard General Hospital. So we knew what we were doing. And the truth of the matter is that most of our series and our scenes were used as training films throughout the country and South America, Mexico, as training films for the paramedics.
Now, that's really a point. I mean, I said earlier that this was at a time when paramedics weren't that,
I
the
think
norm.
of all the television show programs in the United States, I think Emergency did the most public service. Because when we started, no one had ever heard of the paramedic program. There were only 3 in the country, and by the time we finished, 6 or 7 years later, there were thousands of them all over. It was a common word.
Usually, television imitates real life. You really had an effect on real life.
Mm-hmm. They used our pilot to convince Sacramento that this would be a good idea. It was not voted in at the time. And then right after the pilot, Sacramento said, oh, well, this might be a pretty good idea. And they passed it. When we were doing the show, there were no paramedics.
thinking of television real life, do people ever, I mean, playing a doctor, playing a paramedic on TV, do people ever try to call upon you for your services, Kevin?
Oh, yeah. There was one occasion when we were flying back from an appearance in Maine, and we were flying back on Sunday, and Saturday there was a show that aired about us being on an airplane, and there was a heart attack, and Randy was flirting with the stewardesses. So we're coming back on Sunday, and the stewardesses are, sort of kidding, and we get on the plane. An hour into the flight, a man has a heart attack. I mean, it was just Kevin did a bypass. Out of the plane. So Randy went over and kindly administered oxygen, and fortunately there was a doctor aboard, and everything was fine. But
yeah. I just have to also mention, that Julie London isn't here today, and of course.
Oh, I'm so sorry she isn't here.
How was that? Yeah, what was that like? Playing opposite your wife, being there for so many days of the year for 7 years, not to mention Jack Webb was the former husband who was producer.
No, it was ideal for me because I've been working clubs for about 26 years in Los Angeles. Julie would be on the road, and we have 7 children between us. And on my day off, the kids would say, "Daddy, stay home," and Julie said, "Come to Cleveland," and it's wonderful being together.
Just at least kept the two of you together.
Sure, it was difficult to work with, but it was fine.
No, get out of here. We miss it today. Good to see you all. Thank you all. We'll be back.